Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome to Ian Living in the Philippines. So we have Friday, the 27th of December. I think for most, the Christmas celebrations will be over and it's getting back to normal for a few days before the New Year celebrations. Nice blue skies, hot already. So, expectations when moving to the Philippines. Um, you hear a lot of guys moaning, and for example, so yesterday was Boxing Day. I done a video explaining what Boxing Day was, which I didn't know myself until I done a little bit of research. Um, so you have these festive days where a lot of people think you have to eat certain things. You don't. And I come to this conclusion, if you want to call it that, yesterday, so it was Boxing Day, sitting at McDonald's yesterday evening. Yes, I had a McDonald's on Boxing Day. Why not? Um, like I just said, expectations from many people are completely overboard. Um, yeah, I'm not going to name one particular country, but we can guess who it is when we're talking about the Philippines. Um, yeah, like I says, yeah, Christmas Day, do we need to eat a turkey? It's nice to have a big turkey for Christmas Day, but do we really need to eat a turkey? No, we don't. So, for example, Christmas Day, we had some things still open. There's a place called House of Chicken. They do a very, very good roast chicken. So we bought a whole roast chicken for 300 and I think 320 pesos, which is very cheap. Um, and my wife made some mashed potatoes, which nearly burnt. She put the potatoes on the gas oven and then went outside chatting with her friends. And I just managed to save the potatoes. So this is the guy selling his bean curd every morning. Wait, one of the things you also have to get used to here in the Philippines. So you get the bean curd man, you get the ice cream man, the vegetable woman, and yeah, various other people. Yeah, expectations. So yeah, we had roast, and then for my Christmas evening snack, I had then the rest of the chicken and some sandwiches. Very nice. Um, it's something that you get used to. So I moved to Asia 2007. So it's something that you get used to over the years. Um, for example, Easter in Europe, we always used a rabbit. Oh, we used to make two rabbits, so it used to last 2 or 3 days. My mouth's watering now, just thinking about it. I haven't had rabbit since I left in 2007. And again, something that you get used to. When you leave your country of origin, doesn't matter where it is, you have to then, so you'll have your expectations, but then you have to know, for example, the Philippines. What is it like in the Philippines? Food, weather, the culture. How do the Filipinos live? For example, with the karaoke's and the noises of the chickens and the barking dogs. That's normal life here. So, as I said, what do you guys expect you're going to find when you come over here? You've got to do your research. Come over here, take a look, but then don't moan about it. If you don't like it, go home. Don't say, "Oh, that's shit, and that was shit, and that was shit." It's not. It's not shit. It's only shit to your expectations, and not everybody's expectations are the same. And when you move to a country like the Philippines, you have to. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's like myself. I went to many countries, and I could easily adapt to my surroundings. I could get on with the people very good. That's why I found it very easy in the Philippines because my expectations are not as high as other people. You know you're going to leave your country, live somewhere else, so you have to deal with it and not moan. If you cannot deal with it, then go back home. An example: military, especially you Americans, because you're most all over the world. It's just so I want to go through different things. Vietnam, jungle warfare. If you cannot adapt to your surroundings in a military sense, jungle warfare, you've lost. Same is coming to the Philippines. If you cannot adapt to the noise, the food, you're lost. If you went to Iraq and Afghanistan, desert warfare, you have to be able to adapt to your surroundings. If you cannot, you've lost. Um, which would be another one. Well, it'd be, for example, now in Europe, so it's winter. So winter warfare. If you have military guys, soldiers, infantry, whatever, that come from a nice warm country who were only trained to battle and survive in, for example, the desert. So, okay, we have soldiers trained for the desert. What happened if they were sent then to Europe to fight during the winter time? If you're able to adapt, then it's okay. If not, you're going to have trouble. And that is exactly the same coming to the Philippines. You live in a, say, you live in a big town from whichever country. For example, England, Birmingham, London, America, the big towns. You know what I mean. You come then to the Philippines. It's totally different. Totally different. And you have to come down with your expectations. You can't say that enough. You have to come down with your expectations. You hear people, oh, the internet is bad. It's not bad, but it's not as good as where you come from. I was in China for 12 years. That internet was bad. Yeah, that was worse than here. One thing being it's a communist country. That's another thing that you have to get used to if you live in a communist country, like I did for 12 years. All these cameras around watching you. Some people can't deal with that. And you have to be careful what you say on the streets. You have to be careful what you say on the telephone or writing emails. If they see that you're talking something not so nice about the Chinese, they'll be knocking on your door. And yeah, so internet, the power always brownouts. It happens. You have to deal with it. We had that in Europe when I was a child. We dealt with it. If you don't like it, do something about it. You get now these solar panels, solar energy, and emergency generators. For you guys that get your social security, huge amounts of money, it's no problem. Even if you're renting something out, talk to the owner. Say to him, if you're renting it for on a long term, talk to the owner. I'm sure he'll be happy if you, even if you say maybe half, you'll pay half. Talk to him about it. He says no, you move to somewhere else, or go back home to where you come from. Food, guys, the Filipinos eat the food. I've been here 5 years now. I'm eating the food. Um, That's what these expectations again. The food is of bad quality, and you can only get food from the big malls. And guys, I don't know. So yes, I do. There's an online shopping, BritBox, and so they import goods from Britain and sell them online here in the Philippines. I also do that every few months, but that's just like a little bonus for myself. I don't have to have that. I was in China for 12 years. You couldn't get all that stuff there. Okay, you could go to the big restaurants, Western style restaurants, but for like eating at home, you can't get things like that. Proper butter. Um, the Marmite. I didn't have Marmite for years when I was in China. Cheese. They had no cheese at that time. Bread, white bread. Oh, their bread is. Some guys moan here. It's like sweets, like eating cake. But it slowly got better over the years, as is now the Philippines. You see, for example, here the town. So we only had one big store here in the town on the other side to where I live. Now we have one big store, and just the other day another one, a Robinson Easy Mart, walking distance opened, and they have butter, they have cheese, they have sausages, they have bacon. These things takes time, as will the Philippines. I can remember one time in China when 2005, the first one, nothing, they had absolutely nothing. They didn't even have knives and forks. We had to bring them from Europe with us. But then, over the years, and they had a big expo, and everything was they done renewed all the roads, all the overhead cables that you see in the Philippines. It was like that in China, 2007, 2008, and 2009 to 2010. That all came underground, and I am sure one day they'll do it here also in the Philippines. But it takes time, and yeah. What else? So the internet, the electric, the food. Yeah, water supply is not always here. When you do get it, then it's low pressure sometimes. It comes sometimes out a little bit brown, but it's nice and sunny and hot where I am. Hot. I have a lovely wife looking after me. I can sit here every day of the year, put my barbecue on. So with these, what you guys call negatives, are lots of pluses, advantages. I'd rather be here than sitting back in the UK in my cold apartment with all my thick winter clothes on and wondering what I'm going to eat today. And well, no way. So I'd rather have a brownout. We got these. I just show you. It's a bit. Our cat. I don't know why it loves biting these. So no, normally, but we got some more. And I also for the internet. I newly bought a box. You stick that onto your modem or your router, whatever you sorry call it, and you get up to 8 hours power internet. So you have your even when there's a brownout. So no problems with that. And you can get all these backup batteries that gives you power also. I don't know how many hours of that, so you can still keep your laptop running. And there's ways of getting around all of these things that you guys don't like. You just have to know how. One of them is bring down your expectations. You're not living in America or Europe anymore. You're living on a tropical island where it's taking time for them to. They'll get there in the end. I says it just takes time. So, guys, before you come to the Philippines, do a lot of research, a lot of planning, and yeah, bring down your expectations. And like I just said, if you cannot adapt to new surroundings, to new people, don't come over here and join a community with your own kind. You'll spend a lot more money, and I don't see what's the point of coming over to the Philippines when you're going to build a small American community down where you live. You'll be doing the same thing. You'll be going to the coffee shop in the morning, drinking your coffee and the expensive sandwiches they do, expensive lunch, an expensive meal in the evening, and then drinking expensive beers. Where you could be at home with your lovely Filipina who can cook. They can all cook. They can all cook lovely food, and they can also cook Western style meals. It's all in. If they don't know how, it's in YouTube. I mean, for example, my channel, I have a playlist, and in there it shows my wife cooking some Western style meals. Um, yeah, so there's no excuse, guys. No excuse. And if you cannot, or no, if it is impossible for you, I know some guys here that don't like Filipino food. Actually, they've been here for quite a while already, and they're quite happy then with the meals that they make, their Western style meals, and they're still happy. Again, depends how high your expectations are. And if you could come to the Philippines, they cannot be high. No way, Jose. I'll leave it at that. Bring down your expectations. Until next time, call you Ian from South. Bye. Take care, guys, and have a good weekend. It's Friday. Bye then.